Hello everyone, welcome to the Elliott Wave Forex.com YouTube channel. Today is February the 21st and the chart of the day today is Netflix and NFLX 30 minutes time frame here. We ended with 4 over here at $548.93 and already starting with 5 on the upside, which subdivides into another 5 waves, and we're calling this wave 1 of 5 here, and then currently doing a wave 2 pullback. Okay, possibly doing a 7 swing, which is a WXY. However, sometimes the wave 2 could be complete here as well, like a ABC already done and then extend higher already from here. So that is also a possibility. Now, I think if talking about the options and the alternates, guys, in the short term, medium term, actually there is plenty of them, right? Again, some conditions, some situation call for several different alternates, and some will be less alternates. Now, in this, I can see a few different alternate paths, but what I want to talk about is actually the idea of the right side, right? The right side here is higher, right? Now, regardless what the 1 hour and the medium term path is, the right side is higher, which means we're not going to be looking to sell or short sell any of this stock, and only going to be looking ways to buy in the dips. Okay, so let's review a couple of options as well as the thinking behind the structure here. So if I zoom out and I started with the weekly time frame first, right? This is like a 1 hour, right? The shortest time frame. So if I look at the weekly time frame, right? This is Netflix. Now you can see there was a massive sell-off here, right? And you get all this from 2003 all the way up to 2021. It continues to rally tremendously, right? Like, look at this, from $40 all the way to like $700, and then you got a massive sell-off all the way down to 150, and then now you got a massive rally. Now, from the technical point of view, right? Now, of course, if it breaks above this peak again at some point, if it does, then technically this is going to be your 1 and this is going to be your 2, and then you're starting a massive move to the upside, right? So it's a mega multi-year move or multi-decade move, and if I measure 100% extension, it can go to 867. So I'm looking at a very long-term, larger degree perspective here. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the shorter time frame again later on, which I think is also pretty clear. But for now, I'm gonna be explaining the right side, which is higher, right? Now, if it breaks above here, then we can continue a lot higher than where we currently are. Okay. Now, so the other option is that this is doing a double. In this case, the rally is going to fail to take this out, and then it's going to do another leg down like this. So this is what we call a big 3 swings down. Now, in that case, though, let's just assume, let's just do it hypothetically. If we do a double, let's say it fails, I don't know, you pick a level. Let's say it fails here. Okay, then we're gonna see a move down to 84. Now, is that too low? Is that not possible? I don't know. I mean, you'll be the judge. But it's not 0. It's not below 0. So technically, it is possible, right? It is possible going to 84. I mean, it went to 150. Maybe a lot of people cannot envision 150, but you know, going to 84 is not totally. It's only impossible if it goes to 0 or below 0, right? But here, if I assume it's doing a double, then it is actually technically not impossible, because it's not going below 0, the 3 ways down, the 100% extension. Okay, now, all right, so that's the option. Breaking higher, very bullish, but double is going to be disaster, going to 84. Take your pick. The long term, which one do you think is more likely, right? Now, secondly, I want in the medium term. That's the long term, right? The medium term, I'm going to be looking at the rally starting from this low. Now, if I look at this rally here, now right off the bat, I see this is the biggest swing. So that to me is the what we call a connector, right? So you can consider this some kind of like a 1-2, like a higher high, right? A higher high. Now if I look at the medium term, right, then I tune the extension using what I think is the connector. Now I see the 100% 672, right, which is almost like retesting the previous peak here. So in the medium term, right, it does seem as if we assume there's no truncation, we shall see for the upside in the medium term to around 672. But then if it goes to 672, most likely it's going to break above this one as well, since it's so close to breaking above this one. So that's medium term. Now let's take a look at the shorter cycle. So medium term bullish sequence, right? A higher high without reaching the 100% is the definition of bullish sequence, targeting around 672, right? Now, shorter cycle, I'm going to focus on this rally starting from here. This rally here. Right? In order to do that, we have to zoom in again. This is a weekly, so I'm going to go down to the daily. Now, before I go to the daily, go back to the 1 hour time frame. I'm going to copy this before into the daily time frame. Okay, so again, I will be focusing on the shorter cycle, only this part here now, only this part. Okay, now if I go to the daily, this is the daily, and this is the part that I said I want to focus on, which is this part here, because this one is the connector, still missing 100%. So then the shorter cycle, I'm focusing on this, which is this rally here. That's what I'm going to focus on, and I put down with 4, which is what we saw here in the 1 hour time frame here, right? 30 minutes time frame, but technically it's a 1 hour. Okay, so let's go and try to reverse the rest of the count. If this is with 4, then this has to be with 3, and if this is with 3, then with 2 should be somewhere here, and this is your with 1. So that means we have some sort of a possible nesting here. So you got this one, you know, like what looks like a 1 2 1 2, right? So this is a higher degree 1, which is in the primary degree here, because this one is intermediate, or this is a primary. So we got a reasonable count here of an impulsive structure coming up from here. Remember, I want to focus on the shorter cycle, which is this part here. So from October 2023, right, I have what looks like an impulsive move with a nesting structure here, right? Now let's talk about a couple of possible things in the shorter cycle. Now if I just simply measure extension 1 2 here, now we reach the 100%, which is technically the minimum, right? The minimum target here. It can extend higher. Typically with 3 can go all the way to between 100 to 161, but it has reached the minimum. So in other words, it's time to be a bit careful, right? A bit careful. If it is indeed a 5 waves rally from October 2023, though, we shall see more upside in the shorter cycle, right? Because the worst case is that this is ending 5. Now remember, in the 1 hour, we're still calling this as a 1 of 5, right? 1 of 5. So in the 1 hour, we're calling this only ending 1 of 5, right? We're calling this 1 of 5, and therefore it can extend 2, 3, 4, 5 of 5 before ending 5 in blue, and then that will be ending 3 in black, which is possible. It is possible. Now, which is the primary view, by the way. Okay. Now the other option is instead of ending 1 of 5, we end it with 5, and if we end it with 5, we end it with 3. Now if we end it with 3, that means the pullback is not a wave 2, it's not a wave 2 of 5, but the pullback is going to be a wave 4, right? A wave 4 in the primary degree. Now if we are doing a wave 4, because by definition it's a larger degree pullback, we might possibly see a larger degree correction, right? But still, if it is a wave 4, usually it's between 23.6 38.2, so it's not, we're not talking about a huge move down anyway. So even if it is a wave 4, this, you know, it's not really that much lower. This is possibly the wave 4, according to our system, is basically ideally doesn't go below 50% of the wave 3. So I would say this is the area. If this is a wave 4, okay, this is the area of the pullback, which is between 522.5 and 562.9, the possible area for ending wave 4. Now if this is ending only a wave 2, then it should not break below 548, which is the previous wave 4, right? But if it is wave 4 in black, then yeah, we can technically break below 548.9 here. We can technically break below this 4 in blue, but still is within a bullish structure. And then you can adjust the count. Instead of calling 1 and 2, 1 of 5 and 2 of 5, we can call 5 ending here, 3 in ending here. Then the pullback becomes 4, right? And again, even if it is a 4, yes, it may break below 548 if it is a 4, but even if it is a 4, it's still bullish, right? It's still within a bullish structure and still expecting to go higher. Now remember, whether it is a 4 or it is a 2, if we believe the right side still remains higher, the pullback coming down from this peak will always have a corrective structure. So if I go to the 1 hour now, based on this, it's kind of 50-50 to be honest at the moment. It does seem as if we have an ABC 3 swings, this ABC, the pullback, right, and hit more or less 100% and bounce. So that's good. That's kind of usually a corrective structure. But if you insist, can I label this as a 1, 2, let's say, and diagonal, 3, 4, 5? Probably, but there is a 3 swings down here, which is not making a good way to label this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because your 5 is going to subdivide into 3, and this subdivide into 5 waves, so it doesn't really match, right? So it does look to me, I think it's quite reasonable to label it so far in the shorter cycle that this is actually a 3 swings down, which if you do think it is a 3 swings down, then I think it is still bullish. Now then the option is either we are doing wave 2 or we're doing wave 4. Right, we're doing wave 4. That's it. Either way, it's still gonna eventually break higher again above this peak at some point. Now we are calling this in a 7 swing. Now even this count here, guys, may not now because we already have a 3 swings down. Technically, we could finish already this one. Now the reason we're still calling it lower is just correlation with some other stocks and indices, right? But technically speaking, we don't have to. We don't have to do another leg down into WXY because the right side is bullish. So that means the pullback is basically in 3 swing or in 7 swing, and we already had the 3 swings down. So technically we could be finished and we can actually extend higher immediately. Alright, so the bottom line is, for now, the most aggressive view is calling for more upside against 548. The less aggressive view, the pullback can become a bit bigger. Still gonna follow 3 swings or 7 swing structure because it's a pullback. It's going to become a bigger pullback, but it's still going to be bullish. And the sort of the alternates that I presented is that this is already in this wave 4, which is not going to be the end of the world if that happens. It may have a bigger pullback, but still within a bullish structure, and it's still going to continue to find support and buyers every single time when the 3 swing or the 7 swing pullback develop. Okay. So that's the idea for the Netflix long-term, medium-term, short-term. So if you want to get more updates on any other stock, indices, ETF, Forex, commodities, feel free to check our service. We have 14 days trial. The link is in the description of the video. So see you all again next time, and have a nice day, everyone.